right, everybody, we are ready with our next run of DuckTales 1, DuckTales 2, Easy Shuffle Any Percent. What about me? Take it away, Steve Play.
Bonjour. So yeah, that's gonna be DuckTales 1 and DuckTales 2, both being played pretty much at the same time, like in parallel. So I don't know if you're familiar with the shuffler ID, but we have our two games, and the game are gonna swap every 15 to 30 seconds from one to another. And my goal is to complete both runs of both games, taking into account the shuffler, trying not to die. So anything can happen. I'm not running the games. The games are running against me, pretty much. So that's the plan for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Like, the estimate is quite large because, as I said, anything can happen, and especially a game over. So we should have enough time to recover from this. And so I don't think I mentioned, but my name is Bloupeuh. I will be your French runner of the morning. I think it's really early morning in the US for you right now. And to help me with this, because as you can imagine, it requires extra focus. So I do have my dear Brisby with me on commentary. And bonjour, Brisby.
I'm so excited to be here. I love doing this with Bloupeuh. It's a good time, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I hope you're gonna like it. If you've never seen that before, it's an adventure, really.
It's a lot in a good way.
Yeah, it's in a nice way. So before we go, let me just restart this. I think I'm doing it this way. Yeah. So here are all the setups for my run. So as you can see, it's gonna swap every 15 to 30 seconds. Once one game is done, I will set the shuffle program as the game being completed. So we only have to run let's say the standard way through the rest of the other game. Now, chat. I know it's early for you, but first person giving me a number between 1 and 10, and that's going to be the number of times I click on the randomized seed. So you are 100% sure that this is legit.
It's a really good thing you didn't give them like between 1 and 100. I think that's a little much.
No way. 98, 99.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be real long. Okay, so that's going to be 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can still count to 9. Great. All right. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready. So, well, basically for the sake of the run and to make it much easier, the timer will start the moment I click on start new session, and will end the moment I do end the last game.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Would you like a countdown?
Yeah, I was about to ask you. Fantastic,
Absolutely.
my dear.
I'm on it. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So it takes a bit of time to start. That's normal. And we're starting with DuckTales 2.
Awesome. I'm going to be on a little bit of a delay, but I'm going to try my best to keep up with how fast the shuffler goes. Bloupeuh is going to be playing on easy. It gives her a little bit more health. And honestly, there is no reason that we should be jeopardizing health for something like this.
Yeah, definitely.
It's already hard enough.
Oh, I need to restart.
Okay.
I didn't know.
No worries.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's fine. No big deal. I will just restart the session. Like, I'm not changing the seed because we didn't sew anything.
Yeah.
So it's fine. All right. Sorry, false start.
No worries. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Perfect.
You know what? Sometimes that happens. We just roll with it. It's all good. No worries.
Like, I mean, I could try to run this on normal, but this is so hard.
Oh, no. Yeah,
I'm
I
just
don't think that's a good idea.
yeah, I mean, I'm just not used to do that.
Yeah. Like we said, this is already tricky enough without the
Yeah.
difficulty factor. We're gonna need the health that we have going
All
for
right.
us. So
I went with easy. That's good.
that's perfect. So that's the thing is that Bloupeuh is constantly, pressing a certain direction on her controller, and then it's gonna swap, and she doesn't realize when it swaps. So like she has to be aware of like exactly where she's pressing at all times. So
Yeah. Like you need to be focused on what you're doing, what you did before, and what will happen next. And that's the whole difficulty of this.
So she was about to set up the moon skip there. She was getting ready for that robo-duck to basically push her through the floor. But it swapped. So now we're back to Niagara Falls. And this level can get really tricky, especially to be starting off on. There's a lot of platforming you have to be aware of. In fact, she's coming up to a section pretty soon here where she's not going to want to take that leap because the bridge will start collapsing without her. So, or not a bridge, but it's like a platform.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's sad.
So the moon skip didn't work out. That's okay. Again, it's part of the shuffler. We're just kind of rolling with it, but she can reset it and it's all right. It works the second time. We're not worried about it at all.
No, and we have some extra health, so the health is no, it's okay.
You're gonna hear Bloupeuh doing a lot of talking, and then because there's just a lot of recovery involved.
Exactly,
which is totally fine. But yeah, lots of platforming. Just have to be careful of like we don't know when the shuffler is going to be shuffling.
That's all right. So yeah, I was about to say that the house is represented by the ice creams. So yeah, we do have a few backups here and there to get back some health if needed.
Right.
All right.
And you're on Moon Rat, and it's done, so you're good. But
right.
This bridge right here is not something that Bloupeuh would have wanted to start. But it's all right.
Yeah.
Because we had a launch pad right there, and it was totally fine. We'll just do it again.
Yeah, and this time I can't even blame the shuffler. That's a pity.
I feel like this game can be unnecessarily brutal when you're just playing it normally. So to shuffle back and forth, I can't even imagine. For fairness, I don't run this game. I learned it just for Bloupeuh. So this is one of those things where I just watch in awe every time I get to see her run this. I hope everyone's liking it because it's a really cool one.
Yeah. All right, we made it work. That's good.
We got past the bridge. That's all we needed.
Yeah. The idea is that on the bridge, what we want to do is kind of like stop walking at some point to ensure that we can pass below the bird. That makes sense.
Yep.
So to avoid lag, because the lag in these games can be quite terrible from time to time. But the thing is, it's quite precise, and I think I didn't wait enough or something. Anyway, it didn't work. I fell, and voila.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
It happens. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things you got to roll with when you're running it. So
exactly.
Yeah, so Bloupeuh, I believe, is the only one to be ever showing this game off. If I'm like the shuffler in particular, I think she's the only one that has run this in marathons. I'm pretty sure she just was like, I'm gonna put this in a shuffler and see what happens. And
actually, cool. This idea comes from my partner initially. Like I can't really remember how we ended up discussing that, but it was like, well, you know that there is a shuffler program. And you can put as many games as you want and stuff. And I was like, this is the best idea ever. And I want to try that for DuckTales. And voila, 1 year later, I'm here.
And it makes for such a fun watch. Like I genuinely love,
Yeah.
and it's chaos. It's ultimate chaos. The
Oh,
last
yeah.
time that I watched Bloupeuh play this, the first and last time, was for Frostpatel's this past February, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was more screaming involved in that run than any other run I've ever watched. It was great though. It was great. It's a really fun watch. All right,
I'm
so
doing something risky. That's good.
I was just gonna say that was a risky move. So Bloopy usually would wait there so that we don't have to do that Indiana Jones part right there. Speaking of Indiana Jones, we just had that game.
Yeah.
But you know what? For the sake of speed, she went straight through. It worked out. It doesn't always, but it did that time.
It
So
definitely doesn't always.
so there's an unskippable cutscene here. Bloop's just gonna hang out, wait for this lightning to strike, and then she moves on. There's nothing she can do about that one. She can skip a couple of the other like little cutscenes there, if you will, later on by just jumping over whatever duck is in front of her. But yeah, we're just going to be finishing up this level in the jungle here. And you'll be done with DuckTales 1 before DuckTales 2, just a little bit, correct?
Yeah, most likely, except if something terrible happens in DuckTales 1, like a game over or something.
You know what? We're not going to will that energy into existence. We're just going to, we're going to say this is going to go, you know what? I'm not going to say anything, actually. That's I feel like that's commentators like luck right there. I don't want to jinx it.
Anyway, the estimate is supposedly taking that into account. So if this happens, well, we should be safe still.
Yes.
But let's hope it does not.
No. It, you know, like I said, I can't say anything. I don't want to jinx it, but so far, you know, it's pretty good. All right, so we're done with that level. Moving on, shuffling around. It's a good thing that Bloopeuh didn't initiate this portion of the water before the shuffle, because it would have been really difficult to recover. Yeah, it's a super cool idea for a run.
Oula. All right.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting. Why did I do that?
That's all right.
Again, we'll see how it goes.
Again, it's a lot of. There was a Webby skip right there. Again, just jumping right over Webby. Then we can skip that dialogue. But yeah,
I survived.
You survived. I know. I'm on a little bit of a delay, so I'm just like watching and waiting, and yeah, that was good. Like I said, Bloopeuh, it's really easy to get caught up in the game you are currently running, and to swap back and forth and have to like basically context switch like that is pretty impressive. I know I watched that, and especially also because Bloopeuh's like also speaking in her like second language, like this is not her first language, and she's speed running, and like there's a lot of things happening, and I feel like that in itself is just super impressive.
It's fine. I can.
It's fine. No big deal.
To make it work.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not dead.
That's always good.
Next time, no, I won't be including the GB versions. No, I told you that already. Although I could try, like I never tried the DuckTales games on GB version, and I don't even know if we do have. Désolé. If we. I'm not even sure that we do have DuckTales 2 on GB, but Mo is the expert, so he's going to tell me. But this is something like the shuffler concept is something we could try maybe with both GB versions if we do have like version for each game.
That would be really interesting.
Maybe. I'm not committing on anything though.
Yeah, I love how you said you were like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then immediately we're like, well, maybe we could do it.
Yeah, but it's kind of good at giving me some bad ideas that I'm just all against, and then mentioning, okay, you know what? Maybe why not?
The possibility is there.
Yeah.
By the way, this is Magica. She's here. And she won't be
And
pretty soon. So there you go.
she is not there anymore.
There you go. Great. It is a great idea.
Great idea. Yeah, of course, Mo. That's what I mean. Great idea, Mo.
All right, so we are moving on. Ah, yes. This level.
I
Lots of
love this
quicksand.
one.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Like the Egypt level is one of my favorite, actually.
Any particular reason, or it's just like fun movement?
It's fast and easy.
Okay, all right. We love that. It's nothing like the Niagara Falls, that's for sure. Why stop at DuckTales, throw in Darkwing Duck 2 and make it even more foul? That's it. That's
legit. I actually thought about it, but Darkwing Duck is so hard.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I pretty much know what I'm talking about because I also run this game, and also the thing is, when it comes to DuckTales 1 and DuckTales 2, to me it works really well because the way the levels are being designed and the gameplay, everything is really similar, so you can pretty easily mix both, I would say. While Darkwing Duck is a bit different, so I don't know if it would be as smooth as that. I will try. At some point, I will try. I know myself.
And if you're interested in seeing some Darkwing Duck, pretty sure that's coming up next. So definitely something you could stick around for and see how awesome it is to see Bloupeuh run that game as well. I don't know if I would say equally brutal as the Shuffler because it's got its own challenges. But it's a pretty brutal game.
Oh, to be honest, I do consider that Darkwing Duck itself is much more brutal than the Shuffler is.
Which is saying something because you're literally playing two games right now. So
exactly.
If you can see something with even extra challenge, then that's the one to stick around for. Okay. Let's put in Maui Mallard as well, and Quackshot.
Oh, I need to replay these games. I used to play them when I was a young Bloupeuh, like I mean a younger Bloupeuh, and
a baby Bloupeuh.
Exactly.
I have not played any of these games, but I love watching them. So yeah,
it's fine, but you should.
I know. At this point, I feel like after doing commentary for you a couple times, I feel like now I should play them just for the sake of playing them.
Yeah. They are actually good games. Like, but
no doubt.
I remember that. I've never known how to actually pronounce it properly, but I think it's Maui Mallard. Like, I remember that this game was really brutal, and I used to play it on PC version when I was a kid, and I just couldn't pass. I think the second level or something.
Have you beaten it at all as an adult, or?
No.
Oh my gosh. That would be a really fun thing to try.
Yeah. I tried. Non, c'est bon.
You got it.
Was like, no, send. Why? That's not supposed to happen.
You didn't even have to go anywhere. You just had to not sync. But again, it's like the context switching. It's really tough to just where am I right now?
Yeah, exactly. Plus speaking about stuff and all.
Yeah, no, it's
fine.
All really hard.
It's doable. But cool. I try to replay some of these games as an adult, but trust me, I'm not good at video games actually. I pretty much suck. so it's been a brutal experience.
I think anybody watching this can tell you in fact do not suck at video games. I don't.
Trust me, I
do. Well, you're really good at these ones, so there's that at least.
I practiced a little bit.
Hey, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So...
Non. Oui, c'est bon.
Bloupeuh's currently on her favorite stage. This is Himalayas.
Yeah.
She lied and said Egypt was her favorite stage. It's not. It's Himalayas.
Egypt is my favorite stage of DuckTales 2. Mais pourquoi? Pardon.
There's going to be a lot of screaming in this particular section. Himalayas is extra brutal. There's just a lot going on. Lots of those slippery slopes, lots of the spiders and enemies, and just random things happening.
Yeah, so please pardon my coming French.
If you'd like, I got a couple of donations to give you a break.
Would love
Oh, you
that.
can. Yeah, you can definitely take time to read these donations.
Okay. Going back, this is a really familiar one. Hey, Bloupeuh. Frisbee here. I hope I wake up in
hey.
time to help with your runs. Best of luck. You're going to be as amazing as always.
I did wake up in time for the run.
Merci.
Yeah.
We have $20 from Super Blood Wolf Moon. Here's $20 for this nostalgic Saturday morning. Thanks for getting up early or staying up late for the Trevor Project. And I have $5 from Too Many Caras. Great run with great commentary for Jangle Storm.
That was a very fun run. Good job to Jingle again. That was a fun one to watch. That was the first one I kind of woke up to today. So it was kind of a fever dream. I was like, what is this game? But it was great.
I didn't so much of it, but I'm still really confused about this Garfield game.
Well, that's the one I saw. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I am either tired or like or we're in a really weird place right now.
I really need to take a closer look to this one because it seems real fun.
Yeah, it did look like a blast. That last level especially, like it was chaos. So, but we're in current chaos right now. We're in duck-related chaos, and
another kind of chaos.
Yeah, it's good chaos. I've seen a couple duck puns happening in chat. I appreciate those. Hey, if you wanted to get in a duck pun donation, if anyone has any fun duck jokes or duck-related facts, we've got another like 30 minutes of ducks, because after this, we're also doing Darkwing Duck, which is going to be great. So if you want to donate and you want to have a fun duck joke read on air, highly encouraged. That's my favorite thing, is hearing Bloupeuh and then getting to see whatever happened 2 seconds later.
No, but the thing is, sometimes I do panic for something that makes sense, and sometimes I just don't. It's just panicking for the sake of panicking for no reason.
Yes. So this boss right here that Bloupeuh is on is, well, it's swapped. But the boss that Bloupeuh was on right there is kind of a pain in the butt, and it's usually the first one you would do if you were playing that game just by itself, if you were running that game just by itself, because there's a lot of RNG involved. When we get back to it, basically, Bloupeuh's got to make sure that these blocks are falling from the ceiling to stop the boss from walking back and forth. Otherwise, he just does this till he doesn't. And she can't hit him unless he is like vulnerable over here. And she has to kind of toss a block his way. So she's always got to keep one in front of him so that he's not walking back and forth. Kind of an annoying boss, but we're going to get through it just fine. We have a duck fact. Ducks at lemonade stands often inquire about consistently absent grapes. That's a good duck fact.
What? No, c'est bon. No, it's okay. All good.
There you go.
It's terrible that it swapped just the moment I was about to finish DuckTales 1.
Yes. So DuckTales 1 is almost done, and it's going to be kind of this very panicked race to the finish, because now that we've swapped, it's a little bit iffy as to where we've ended up.
Okay.
And actually, I think you're good. Yeah, this should be fine. Nice.
Yes.
All right, so that's DuckTales 1. Now we just got to finish DuckTales 2.
Yeah, which is pretty much what we do expect, to be honest.
Yes. Yep. So we're not going to do any shuffling anymore, but you do get to enjoy some really fun DuckTales 2 gameplay, which is great. I was actually last night I was watching back your Frost Vital's run, and I forgot that at the end of DuckTales 1 there, you like had jumped and then it had shuffled and you weren't in the right place to be going up the rope, and you like were panicking because you thought you were gonna miss it. You're like, I can't lose to this. It was very funny.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would have been so ridiculous, you know?
At the very end, to just like the one thing you lose to in the shuffler is you don't make it up the rope. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Well, I forget. What happens if you don't get the treasure chest first? Is it just like game over automatically?
Well, yeah, you have to redo the fight against Dracula Duck.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah, so like it's not a full game over. You don't have to start the whole game over again, but you have to redo the boss fights. And
Yeah,
that's
that'd be a little brutal.
Yeah, that's something you pretty much want to avoid because it's cool. Because well, it's not such a. How did I manage to back this up?
That was a pretty impressive recovery, actually.
Yeah. I have no idea what happened.
See,
But
this game can still, this game can still be a lot, even when we're not shuffling. So
Yeah, but there are really good games. Like I know that DuckTales 2 especially is kind of like underrated for whichever reason. It's a great game.
yeah. I think this makes me want to play them. But also seeing kind of like the struggle you go through, I'm also like,
They are really easy to play. Like trust me, even casually, it's really fine. Okay, I used to beat them when I was a kid, so it should be doable.
I don't know, Bloupeuh. You say you suck at video games. I also suck at video games. Like I can assure you, more than you. And you don't suck at all, actually. That has to be an addendum.
I'm sure you don't either.
Sure. So I think we are coming up on the final stage. Yeah. Am I correct? I have to figure out where
exactly.
We are right now.
Yes. That's the last boss of DuckTales 2.
Oh yeah, Bloupeuh, have you ever played the DuckTales remake?
Yes.
Do you run that one at all? I can't remember.
I do run it, but my computer doesn't really handle it properly. So I'm looking for the PS3 version, to be honest. But it's hard to find. Like because I'm I'm a nerd and I only have like physical games. So finding a physical edition of the game is real hard.
Oh no, I like
That's time, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we're coming up on time here.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That was a really great run. That was awesome.
Yeah, it went really well. It went pretty well. Much better than my dearest yesterday.
I told you, just got to get it all out of the way the day before. You're good now. It's all good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, GG for sure.
Thank you. I hope you liked it. It's the kind of funny thing that you can do with a shuffler program. I have some other plans maybe in mind for shuffling shenanigans. Don't want to say too much, but I might resubmit at a later stage with some new shuffle games, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, stick around. I'm pretty sure that we just got to get set up for Darkwing Duck. So keep those duck jokes and puns, keep them coming.
Yep.
Thank you, Bloupeuh, so much for DuckTales 1 and DuckTales 2 Chaos Shenanigans. That was quite glorious. Get off one quick donation. We have $13 from Non-Binary Code. You know that puns are coming. Whether you like it or not, it's going to get foul. But someone's got to pay the bill. Probably not going to quack you up. But if you're down, I'll wing it. There was so many in there. But thank you so much for your donation. I'll read all the duck puns that y'all send in. So please stick around. We will be back ever so shortly with Darkwing Duck, also by Bloupeuh, part of our wonderful late night, early morning double feature speedrun show. So please get yourselves a drink. Remember to hydrate. Get yourself a snack if you haven't in a while. And we will return.